we know that you were born magical. We know that you are intuitive, and we know that you are brimming with everyday enchantment. Here at the Sisters Enchanted, we believe in intention, we believe in intuition, and we believe in everyday magic. Welcome in to the Expedition to Soul podcast.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this episode of the Expedition to Soul podcast. This is your weekly astrology forecast list of things to look out for, things to do, tips and tarot pulls. I'm Anna, co-founder at the Sisters Enchanted, and as always, I was pointing to the wrong side. I'm here with Sarah Milne. Hello. Sarah. Sarah's our program director and one of our co-teachers in our Expedition Astrology program and other programs, and she's just all around everywhere. Everywhere. Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning. How are you doing this fine morning?
This is a fine morning indeed. Blustery. It's blustery.
It's here. I'm discovering how much discipline you need to live by the sea when it's such a lovely day. And you say, I've got to work. I can't go to the beach. And I'm just noticing actually that they are rebuilding. There's a big fairground ride right there, which has a big aeroplane on top. And I've just noticed it's been down for the winter. It's gone up. So the full season, I can hear children playing on it all day as well. You're just like work. And everyone's happy. I'm up there in the sun. Work.
Not to me. I'm here working. That's exciting.
Absolutely.
You're gonna have your first spring summer in your new space.
I am, and we're going to be talking Taurus this week. The sun enters Taurus, so that's good because Taurus will help me to be like, yes, everyone's out there having fun, but you really value your work, and you have to take a lot of small steps each day to get the work done. And if you get that work done, and then you once you've achieved those things, then you can reward yourself with a lovely ice cream on the beach. That's very how Taurus would tell me to manage my time right now in this season. So yeah, the sun enters Taurus this week. We've had that fiery Aries that seems like we were just saying when we were preparing this morning, Anna, it seems like it's gone by in the Aries season, like the Aries fire as Aries does. And if you might be feeling a little bit like, whoa, I had all these great beginnings, and it got a little bit out, because Aries it gets a little bit out of control, the fire kind of spreads. So Taurus now will help us to take those exciting ideas and innovations that we birthed in the Aries season, those seeds that we planted, and helps us bring them to earth and make them a reality. It helps us to think how do we value these things, how much effort do we need to put in. And Taurus helps us to take that really, like I said, small steps. Taurus, the bull, has small feet, so it's that small steady steps, whereas Aries is like, woof, I want to do this, I didn't do it, well now I'm really frustrated and I'm going to have a stop because I didn't manage to do it. But Rome isn't built in a day, as we say here. And Taurus helps us to say, okay, take a step back. It's not going to happen overnight, is it? You're not going to achieve that goal overnight. You've planted the seeds. That's great. Well done. Now let's make sure that every single day we do something small to cultivate those seeds and to help and take steps to help them and bring those things into reality. So that's the kind of energy we have now. And of course, Taurus also loves that kind of self-comfort and those things. That's why I'm saying, get those small steps done during the day, and then go reward yourself with the pizza and Netflix and ice blankets and ice creams or whatever it is you want to do. Yes. Anna loves it. Anna likes Taurus. Yeah. Every time we talk about Taurus, Anna's always pizza and Netflix.
Yeah, I'm like, I want that.
Yes, I want that.
I want that.
Yes. So 3 tips for this week. Yes, this is for this kind of season, this next sort of 4 weeks ahead. But this week, this is a great season for taking those small, steady steps we've talked about. So think about Aries would have given you big ambitions, and now you might be thinking, it's not achievable. But yes, it is achievable, and Taurus will help show you that taking those steady steps. So think about if you have got goals, you've planted seeds that are quite ambitious. And last week we talked about visioning your ideal life and then blowing it up even more. So this is the week to look at those things and sort of break it down into those small steps, those small intentions that you can make, and those small steps, things that you can do, and maybe write in your planner a couple of small things that you can do every single day to get closer to those goals. Taurus is also all about gathering earthly resources. That's why it's all about values, things we value in the earthly space. So this is another good week as well. This is a good week also to gather the resources that you need. So to look at those seeds that you planted, those intentions you've made. Maybe you need some resources. Maybe you need to save some money for something. Maybe you need to sell some things to make space for your what you're trying to achieve now, and to get money for what you're trying to achieve now. Maybe you need to get creative about reusing and recycling things. Taurus loves art, and that's one of my big things at the minute is art. And I found my daughter's A-level art box full of like loads of watercolor paints, a whole box of watercolor paints. A lot of them are dried, but I didn't think, oh, they're all dried. I thought that's a very Taurus thing. So actually, if I just cut them open, I can use them like pans rather than squeezy tubes. So I will use those. So Taurus, that's very Taurus. Let's recycle, let's reuse, let's gather our resources. And also you could make art from things that are discarded. Like Taurus loves art. So if you have a load of like discarded things, like here a lot of people like to create art from beach glass, which is basically discarded glass that's been like, made, the sea has made it look kind of nice and rounded, and like beach like wood, like all the sort of driftwood you get on beaches. Like you can make art out of these discarded things, or even just something really cool and fun out of all your empty bottles and bottle tops and things. So you could try that. And also get your garden or yard tidied up, ready for the summer, because Taurus loves that outdoor space in nature. So if you have a little space, then start kind of like tidying it up and getting it ready for the summer. They're my hot tips for the week.
I love it. So this card pull is kind of interesting this week. I'm using the Cosmic Tarot today. And well, the first card that came up was the Fool, which was super exciting because we're getting into Taurus season, and the Fool, reminds us to jump into something new and a little bit naive. And I did pull this card pull with just Taurus season, like ushering in Taurus season, that it's a great time to, like you said, start something new. Even if it is like getting your garden ready or something, then you're tilling the ground to make something new. But this is a time to kind of leave behind, Aries season ushered in, like waking up, getting yourself back moving again. And then now we have Taurus season where we can actually like start taking tangible steps into making ourselves more comfortable for the remainder of the year, for putting things into order. And the Fool is like, leave like that winter cycle behind, leave what you didn't, those New Year's resolutions you made back in the winter in January and stuff. Like, it's okay if you didn't finish those or you haven't even started, because like this is the real time that your body is awake and saying like, yes, let's do things. So the Fool's reminding us that like this is the time to like grab the bull by the horns. Haha, you see what I did there? In Taurus season, and like get moving and have a new perspective on things and get moving. And just dive in. And what's interesting is I also pulled the Five of Pentacles, and this Five of Pentacles looks very dreary, but as I was pulling it, Sarah was also talking about using resources around you, collecting things, being mindful of what materials you're using. And I feel like that really speaks to this Five of Pentacles. Yes, it's dreary, but the woman in the front has a little bit of a smile on her face. The woman behind her has a basket full of things, a bag on her back full of things. And so they look like they're leaving something behind, like we might do when we start a new cycle, but that they're carrying things with them that are their comforts and things that they're able to carry forward with them, which is very Taurus energy like. Yes. They want the things that they like that make them comfortable. And so oftentimes we're focused on all other things and what everybody else is doing, that like we forget to focus on the things that just like we need, and the things that we need to carry on our own backs to make ourselves successful, and to start new intentions, to kick off the spring and summer with a great, with a great focus. And I feel like these card pulls are really telling us today, like, yes, start a new cycle, start something new, and just take the most important parts of you forward. Yes. That you love, the things that you want to create, the things that bring you joy, what fits in your bag, because usually this Fool doesn't have it. This is a worse deck for this, but usually the Fool just has his one little bag of the things that he needs on his back. And these people in this Five of Pentacles, like I said, she's kind of smiling in the front, and everybody looks like they've got, it's kind of bleak where they're leaving, but that they've got just the things they need. And that's one of the things in the Five of Pentacles that I love. Typically, there's like the stained glass windows behind. And the Five of Pentacles, the person usually has another person with them. And that it's a reminder that even when you're not sure, like the Fool isn't, that typically there's always support when support's needed, like the stained glass windows, which usually is like a church symbolism. And typically, suppose like if you knock on the doors of a church, they'll let you in and help you. That there's always like support where support is needed. And there's support in those around you and the people that make you feel grounded and stable and comfortable. So this card pull, just to me, like I said, is saying like, get ready for something new. Get some childlike joy in your step and just surround yourself with the stuff that means something to you. I feel like this is a step off into Taurus season, spring and summer, with your own confidence and independence of who you are and what you want and what you like, and like not care about what everybody else says you need to have.
Yes.
Like everybody else says you need to you can be an artist with 10-year-old paints. I know, because every time I paint, I've got really old paints, and you can do that.
You can. Absolutely, you can. Oh yeah.
So that's,
you can create art out of anything. You can create art from people around you. So yeah, that'll be a fun challenge actually. To see if you can create something out of just rubbish and recycled stuff you don't need anymore. Create something out of that this week. That would be kind of super fun. Cool.
Yeah.
So
I love it.
Yeah.
So, speaking of creating something and embodying the Fool and getting out there, we are just kicking off Expedition to Soul. Not a podcast, but our 5-day adventure that we do online, right? Online with you. And it's not too late to join. Even though we're kicking off, it's not too late to join. You can sign up at expeditiontosoul.com and join us. Get in there while you can, and get ready to pack your quest packs. Get ready to go on an adventure to the self and learn how to, kick back some of those shadows. Be aware of some of your shadowy tendencies, and really grab this spring summer season, like by the horns, and get out there. So expeditiontosoul.com. Please join us. We'd love to see you there and making the best of the next 5 days.
Absolutely. And all the things we've just talked about, you will do this week if you join Expedition Soul, because you're going to make things. There's some creative days where you make things out of things that are around. You're going to paint maps or draw maps. There's you certainly are going to learn to take small, steady steps towards your intentions and your goals, and gather your resources, because you're going to pack your quest pack. All this stuff that we've just talked about today, we will guide you through that. So this is the perfect week for Expedition Soul.
Yes, it is. So thank you all for being here, for watching these Astro Forecasts podcasts, and for being here with us. We appreciate you. And until the next time, we hope you have a great day ahead. Bye, Sarah.
Bye.